it's MK and I am back with another Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches. I kind of shied away for a little bit and haven't done them, but I do promise that I will go back and do those other ones. They just won't be on the day that they were supposed to be on. So you might get 2 videos a day for a little bit. Just trying to catch up because I do love some of the videos that I missed. It's just that I had other commitments and things like that, and I couldn't do 2 videos at once, especially being out of town. So, anywho, I am going to, well, today is Take Out Your Tools Tuesday. Yes, it is. But first, here is the sketch that we will be playing with today. Okay, and it is by a Par Victor. I'm not really sure if I'm saying that correctly, but it's mostly mixed media, a couple die cuts, embellishments, a picture, and a title. Ah, simple, simple, simple. And it works perfect because the subject for the next couple weeks on our Take Out Our Tools Tuesday is going to be stamping. And so this is perfect. It is great, especially if you guys don't like to make a mess. Oh, do you want to know what all this is first? Before I just get into the tool. I'm so about the tools, you guys. I could care less about all of this. I just want to touch the tools. Anyways, so what I brought out to help me with my tools, I have a couple Flair by Cheeky Studios. So they are coffee related. Okay. And then I have these thickers. It's called The Good Things. And I really wanted, what did I want? Oh, The Good Things on here. So, yes, that is what I wanted as my title. I also have this cut file that I received in my Creative Cuts Club kit. And it did have a snowflake here in the center. I don't plan on using that because I'm going to cover up most of this cut file, so you'll get the gist of it, but not the whole bit of it. These are the 3 pieces that I picked out to back my cut file, and the reason why I picked this purpley paper is because it matches my daughter's, can't really see it because it's uber dark, but it matches my daughter's shirt really, really well. Okay, and we're just sitting at a diner and enjoying a cup of hot chocolate, and then I have 2 pieces of paper to help me back my photos. And then I have an off-white. Now this is not a white piece of paper. It's kind of a gray off-white paper. And it's more of the gray tone than the brown off-white tone. Okay? So that is what we are going to play with along with our stamps. Now today's stamp focus, or I should say this week, but I don't plan on using all of my stamps all week. So it is just today. We are going to focus on background stamps. So this is the container. I can't really fit it in. Bam, it's huge, you guys. So this is my stamp containers, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I actually have 10 of these, but I consolidated and I got rid of 3. Well, I didn't get rid of. I stopped using 3. Well, then my stamp collection grew, and now I'm back up to 9, and I'm just so frustrated with myself because I do love these stamps. I love all of my stamps. This one's my favorite box right here, but it's like they grow, and then they shrink, and then they grow, and then they shrink, and it's an never-ending process, and for me, it's like, oh my gosh. So I am changing this system here because it's not suiting my fancy. Will I get rid of these containers? Not yet. I want to see if my new system, once it arrives, if it will work. But trust me, I will plan on sharing. I will plan on, oh my gosh, you guys. Yep, go back to grammar school. I do plan on sharing that new system with you guys so you guys can see the difference between, you know, having these containers and to what the new system is that I'm going to try for a couple weeks and see if I like before moving these out of my craft room. But I do have to say that I do like being able to just grab this bin, bring it over here, I open it up, and now I have all of my background dies, my what I consider mixed media dies. So they help create a background. And then of course my border dies. Okay, this one is that Dylusions one, Diane Reevely, and you stamp it, and then she's got a stencil that goes over top so you can stencil in all of these little bricks. It's awesome. Okay, so I have loads of what I call mixed media dies, and they basically help me create a background, a whole mixed media background. I have a ton of these, I mean, in all sorts of different categories and shapes and sizes. I've got like these kinds here from Kaiser Craft. So this one's just a marble effect. This one is just a whole bunch of clocks. These are more for smaller areas. But then I have ones like these. And if you stamp in light enough color, you can use these as journaling lines, things like that. And what else? I have lots of splatters. Now this is the type of stamp that we will be playing with today, because I have loads of these stamps. Now I'm pretty sure I have cataloged these before in an Instagram post. Just letting you guys know all of the different stamps. I love these ones. They just make really great backgrounds, you guys. And that's what I call, this is what I consider background stamps, is stamps like this, okay? Because it's not going to be something that you're going to fussy cut and use. Yes, you could, and you could use this as a base to start an embellishment cluster, but definitely for me, because I'm lazy, I would definitely just keep them on the background. So what I plan on pulling out is all of my coffee stamps. Now most of my coffee stamps are sploshy, splashy messes. I don't know why we consider a mess with coffee, but that is definitely where we are. Now this one is from Altenew, and my next ones that I plan on finding soon are from Close to My Heart. Ah, here they are, right there. And then I have another one, which I believe is in a different bin because it comes with a die. And it is from Stampin' Up! But I want to check this real quick. I didn't want to show you guys all of these because, oh my gosh, that would take forever. This is super cute. Look at that. That's Bo Bunny. Oh, super cute. Okay, sorry. Squirreled. So, I have one. I have two. I'm good. Yeah, so anyways, this is, that's basically what we are going to play with. Now, I love mixing and matching my stamps because every manufacturer has little different ways of basically, like, leaving it open, I guess, is what I'm saying. So they left this open to the imagination. They did not make it to where this is the only stamp that you can use. You can mix and match all of your stamp sets together. It's awesome. I am just looking for my other coffee. Oh. Haha, found it, quit looking. Okay, alright. There it is. And this one is also by Altenew, right here. Altenew. Sorry. Had to go and get my other stamp set because this is the one, and it's different. It is held in a different spot. One, because it's not considered a background stamp, and two, it comes with a die set. And so I keep my stamp and dies, my collection of stamp and dies, in a different category than just my stamps. Okay? Just because I don't want to forget that I have stamps with dies as well as just plain stamps. So anywho, these are all the coffee stamps that I own, but we're going to concentrate on the background stamps. And I pulled this one out because it's got this little bean, but I'm not sure if I'm going to use the bean. I think what I want to do is use this piece right here, which, oh, you guys can't see. This piece right here, and then maybe turn these into marshmallows. Okay, I'm not really sure just yet. They do definitely look like ice cubes, but I might be able to make them work. To help me with this and create the background of this gorgeous sketch, I pulled out my Ranger inks. Now these are just the regular Distress inks. They're not the oxides. In Vintage Photo, Brushed Corduroy, Gathering Twigs, or Gathered Twigs, and Ground Espresso. And then I also pulled out my Heidi Swap Tea Color Shine. Yes, Color Shine. So I've got that as well. So really dark, stainy looking colors. And then I have my water. And of course off camera I'll dry everything so that way you guys don't have to watch that gun just go blah all over the place. Anyways, all right. I also have my messy mat and some paper towels to help me soak up the water. Hopefully this technique works, but if not, I have more paper. Okay, let's get going. All right, once again, we are on the messy mat, and what I'm doing now is I am trying to measure out where I want my mixed media. So I know that it's kind of going to round the corner on the right, so it's coming from the top right and round the corner over to the bottom left. So I just wanted to mark at how big my space was because I don't want to make it too small and then all of a sudden it was just not going to be seen. So here is my first attempt, and yes, I said first. Now this is without gesso. Here we go. I was getting my stamps prepared and I looked over and noticed that my water just soaked into the paper and my Distress ink did absolutely nothing. Like nothing. So do I go and get a piece of watercolor paper that it was meant for? No. I try again on the exact same type of paper because I wanted the color. Even though the watercolor paper is kind of a little bit off-white-ish, it's not a gray off-white. It's more of a brown off-white. So I wanted my gray. Yep, I'm stubborn. So what I did was I grabbed out my clear gesso. I believe it is a Prima. It's an Art Basics. And I think Art Basics is, oh, it's Finnabar. I apologize. So yes, now my... So I put on my clear gesso and now my inks are going to do what I want them to do, and that is spread. So basically, and I think Tim Holtz calls it wicking, and that's a word. Yes. Like a candle. Is that what it is? Anyways, so I sprayed it around and basically what I'm looking for is spilled coffee. So I want the lights and I want the darks and I want the whoopsies and I forgot that it was there type things. So I started with my light brown. Now I went to my dark brown, and this is the espresso one. What's it called? Early espresso? No, that is Stampin' Up. It's ground espresso. Espresso, yes. And so I want it to look like the stains have been there for a while. They just are brand new, things like that. So I noticed that, when a stain is brand new, it's really dark. And then when it has been there for a while, it is a little bit light. So that is what I'm looking for. So this is the medium brown that I picked out, and that one is Gathered Twigs. It's for the Altenew stamp that I am stamping right now. Now, if you guys notice me doing this really weird thing of rubbing the stamp on my arm, just like that, what I am doing is I am what's called conditioning the stamp. So when you first get a brand new photopolymer or acrylic or the other clear stamp that's out there that slips my mind right at the moment, they have a film on them, and the film doesn't react well with your ink, no matter what kind of ink that you use. So it's good to condition them in a way to where you can get that film off. Now, there's several different ways that you can do that. I just rub it on my arm and it kind of works really well. You can also ink it up and then triple, quadruple stamp the image on a spare piece of paper. I don't like doing that because I never have a spare piece of paper around. Or some people say you can take an eraser, one of those white rubber erasers or white sanding erasers, and use that. I never have one handy, so my arm, it's always attached, so that's what I'm going to use. All right, while I was talking, I went ahead and did some little water splatter on my ink rounds, or I should say my coffee stains. And then I quickly, because I didn't want them to wick, I quickly wiped them up. Now, one thing to remember when using Distress ink on gesso, it never dries unless you heat set it. So I had to put my gun to it for about an hour. No, I didn't heat it for an hour. I heat it, I walked away. I heat it, I walked away.
Okay, so now I'm all dried. If you noticed, I took about 1/2 inch on 2 sides off of my white, off-white-ish piece of paper, and I put it behind just a print that I read as a solid. That's it. I don't have a whole lot of brownish prints like that, but this one worked really well. It's kind of a blackish brown. I actually kind of really liked it. So as soon as I put my coffee mug, which I backed kind of sort of for you guys, it was a process that I thought I was going to record, and then I got distracted. Yep, truth be told. There it is. So anyways, yeah, when I first put that coffee mug down, I was like, oh, doesn't blend like at all. It sticks out like a sore thumb. Yep, it does. I don't know if it was the candy cane. I don't know if it was the purple. I don't know if it was because I put it on the same side as my daughter's purple shirt. I didn't even think about that. If I would have been thinking, I would have flipped the coffee mug and had it going the opposite direction and over on my son's, and I would have flipped the whole layout. Ha! I wasn't thinking at all. So I just went with it. I started putting down the things from the sticker sheet that I knew I wanted. This heart was an afterthought. I didn't know I wanted that until I started sticking it down. Yep, truth be told, there it is. So this little swirly gig I thought kind of looked like a stain as well. I was going to put it on the layout, and then I thought, nah, there's too many circular bits on the layout already. Not going to do it. So anyways, I'm going to put my flare right here in the dead space of both photos. And then it also looks like the word goods, the D on the goods tail kind of sort of like wraps around it. Yes, it does. Well, in the sketch, I also noticed that over on the right-hand side, there is a spot for journaling. Well, I don't plan on journaling this. This is just my kids enjoying a couple cups of hot chocolate. And I didn't have any intention of journaling. It was just a nice day to go and have some chocolate. Hot chocolate. Oh my god. So I just took the words yum. I actually took some alpha letters that I had from close to my heart called the teeny type. Oh, no. Teeny, I don't know. Teeny something. Tiny. No, they are the teeny tiny type, not just the tiny type, teeny tiny. And I spelled out the word yum because I couldn't find one, and I double, triple, quadruple stamped it all over the place in that one specific corner to make it look like I wrote something. Yeah, it's about as messy as my handwriting is. So then I thought that purple was obnoxious and annoying, and I needed to add some more. So over on the whole entire right side, I added a couple gems. Then I found this weird flower, and for some reason I only had one. So I stuck it underneath the flare. And then I decided to add another heart next to where I messily stamped yum. And I needed more splatter. Now I wanted bigger splatters. So this one I stuck inside the bottle, and then I very heavily splattered it. So I have light splatters and heavy splatters. So now I'm going to say that this is it, but it's not really. Off camera, I still was not very happy with this layout. That coffee mug sticks out like a sore thumb. How do I remedy it? I bring a camera over that is also pure white. That's what it was. It was pure white. I also brought in some wood veneer for my little flower, so it now has leaves and a few more hearts scattered all over the place. And now I am much more happier with this layout. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys check out everyone else that is playing along with today's sketch. Their links will all be down below. All right, I will check y'all tomorrow. Bye.